Welcome to our video exploring the philosophy of science. In this segment, we will dive into the fundamentals of this fascinating field. The overview of philosophy of science can be divided into 4 key points. First, it explores the fundamental questions about the nature of science, the scientific method, and the limits of scientific inquiry. Second, it examines the assumptions, methods, and principles underlying scientific theories and experiments. Third, it seeks to understand the methods and criteria used to evaluate scientific knowledge. Lastly, it explores the ways in which scientific theories evolve over time. The significance of philosophy of science in understanding the scientific method can be summarized in 4 points. First, it provides a critical evaluation of scientific practices and helps to identify strengths and limitations. Second, it helps scientists understand the nature of scientific knowledge and how it is acquired, validated, and revised. Third, it explores the social, ethical, and cultural dimensions of scientific research. Finally, it considers the impact of scientific research on society and our understanding of the world. The contribution of philosophy of science to the world of knowledge can be highlighted in 3 points. First, it fosters critical thinking, skepticism, and open-mindedness among scientists and researchers. Second, it encourages scientists to question and evaluate their assumptions, biases, and methods. Finally, it promotes interdisciplinary collaboration and dialogue among scientists, philosophers, and other scholars. The integration of philosophy of science with other disciplines can be understood in 2 key points. First, it bridges the gap between science and other disciplines like ethics, politics, and the humanities. Second, it explores the philosophical implications of scientific discoveries and theories. In this segment, we will explore the influential book, The Structure of Scientific Revolutions by Thomas S. Kuhn, a work that shook the foundations of scientific thinking. In his groundbreaking book, The Structure of Scientific Revolutions, Thomas S. Kuhn revolutionized the understanding of scientific progress. He introduced the concept of scientific paradigms, which are the prevailing theories and methods within a scientific community. Kuhn argued that scientific progress is not a linear process but occurs through revolutionary changes in scientific thinking called paradigm shifts. These shifts challenge existing theories and methodologies, leading to a temporary crisis in the scientific community. Eventually, a new paradigm emerges, and scientific progress continues within this new framework. In this segment, we will delve into The Logic of Scientific Discovery by Karl, a book that revolutionized how we understand the process of scientific inquiry. In his book, The Logic of Scientific Discovery, Karl examines the concept of falsifiability in science. Falsifiability refers to the notion that a scientific theory must have the potential to be proven false. According to Popper, a theory can only be considered scientific if it can be falsified. Falsifiability is crucial in scientific methodology as it allows for the testing and refinement of theories. The constant attempt to falsify theories drives scientific progress. In this segment, we will take a closer look at The Birth of the Clinic by Michel Foucault, a thought-provoking book that challenges our understanding of medical institutions. In his book, The Birth of the Clinic, Michel Foucault explores the relationship between medicine, power, and knowledge. He challenges traditional views of medical practice by examining the authority and control that physicians and medical institutions have over patients. Foucault argues that medical knowledge is not objective or neutral but is influenced by power dynamics. By studying the historical development of medical practices, Foucault shows how medical knowledge and power structures are interconnected. Overall, The Birth of the Clinic offers a critical perspective on the functioning of the medical system, shedding light on the exercise of power and the construction of knowledge. In this segment, we will examine the criticisms and controversies surrounding Thomas S. Kuhn's influential work, The Structure of Scientific Revolutions, and its implications for the philosophy of science. The book, The Structure of Scientific Revolutions by Thomas S. Kuhn has faced several criticisms and controversies. One of the main criticisms is the subjective nature of Kuhn's concept of paradigm shifts. Critics argue that it lacks a clear definition and is open to interpretation. Another critique is that Kuhn's theory of scientific revolutions oversimplifies the scientific process. It does not fully consider the complexity and intricacies involved in scientific discoveries and progress. A debate exists regarding the descriptive or prescriptive nature of Kuhn's work. Some argue that it aims to describe scientific revolutions, while others believe it provides a normative framework for understanding them. Critics also claim that Kuhn's emphasis on paradigm shifts downplays the importance of incremental progress in science. They argue that scientific revolutions are not abrupt, but rather build upon previous knowledge and discoveries. Moreover, Kuhn's theory does not adequately address the role of social and cultural factors in scientific revolutions. It neglects the impact of external influences on the development of scientific knowledge.